Hi, I'm Mihir Joshi and welcome back to the MJ show with my guest for the day, Shweta Pandit. We've been talking about a whole bunch of things. I hope you've caught part 1 and part 2. Part 1 was about first 12 years of her life, like I said. Part 2 was about the incredible Bollywood journey that she's had, a whole bunch of films. And now we're going to talk about her independent music career, because she's had some fantastic songs that she's released beyond Bollywood as well. So Shweta, let's talk about that. Your first independent album came out when you were...
It came out in 2002 actually.
When you were 16 years old. Just giving all the time frames to people.
So आप मेरी age बता रही हैं.
You know, nowadays you can't hide that. All the actresses back then would say, "Oh, I'm still 18 years old." Now that cannot happen in the world of Wikipedia and everything available on the internet. But honestly, 16 years old is what you were when your first album came out, and you were saying it was released by Virgin after.
It was it was released by Virgin Records, and I remember Shan's album had just come out, Bhul Ja. And they were looking at signing on a younger and a more playback oriented artist on board.
Right.
And I got a call from them. We did a round of auditions, meetings, and all of that. A lot of preparations because I was really young then. I was a teenager.
Right.
So I had no clue how to talk to the media. कहाँ देखना है, किसको क्या बोलना है, मुझे उस वक्त बिल्कुल अभी भी नहीं समझ आता है कभी-कभी. तो so they kind of helped me with that.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
And the song was also played on radio, on television.
It was actually quite popular on a lot of channels. It played. माना कि मैं मन चली हूँ, थोड़ी सी मैं चुलबुली हूँ, सपनों के घर में पली हूँ, क्या कहूँ है मेरा नाम क्या, मैं जिंदगी हूँ. So it was quite popular.
Very cool.
In fact, Anusha Dandekar and P.R.I. Chaudhary and Ramona, all of these girls became VJs after doing my music video.
Oh wow, okay.
So they all were introduced in my music video.
Very cool stuff, very cool stuff.
And after that, of course, the whole remix trend started. Just immediately after my album had released, 8 months into it, the whole indie pop scene had changed and completely transformed into the remix albums. People had stopped, record labels stopped making
pop albums and they just wanted to take Bollywood songs and make remixes of them.
So then I was called in by Times Music and I did an album with them called Aplam Chaplam, and Salman Khan had featured in my video, which is, I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Really
for the song?
Yes, he featured in the music video of my album,
of
my remix album.
Oh man, we got to find that video. I'm sure it's up
on
the net. Can I hear you sing a bit of it?
Sure. Aplam chaplam chapলাই रे दुनिया को छोड़ तेरी गली आई रे ओ दुनिया को छोड़ तेरी गली आई रे.
Video for that in the info section below over here. Check it out. Aplam Chaplam featuring Salman Khan, sung by Shweta. Alright.
In fact, people should hear the whole album because I've done some really nice classics of the 50s and 60s.
Oh wow, okay.
So I haven't really touched anything from the 70s.
And is the album available anywhere?
Of course, it's available on Times Music.
On Times Music. So go to your local CD store, which you've probably not done in a very long time. Go there, buy the album, pick up a CD and see how it feels and come home and listen to it. I mean, you know, see, I got to say one thing. There's no doubt about it. I understand why the record labels went into that space because it worked. People loved listening to all of these old songs and they wanted to hear it in a modern way.
Correct.
I know for a fact that an entire generation of young people would not have heard songs like Aplam Chaplam, for instance, or what was that other one that...
loads of them were remixed.
Yeah. So many, Mere Piya Gaye Rangoon, and so many of those remixes, Kaata Laga. Those were the remix days. And so many girls got into the whole entertainment industry because of the remixes. See, everything has a sort of a curve. So, you know, it reaches the top and then it kind of declines, and which happened with the remix space as well. When it came to a point where, you know, the song became irrelevant and the girl on the screen became more sort of relevant than what was happening.
That's when the whole thing about visual became so important than the audio.
Correct.
No, but earlier it was the audio.
Which was complemented by a video up front. But there were some great remixes. I remember there was this entire series called Dance Masti which was released. In fact, Shan sang Dil Kya Kare in that. You remember?
Yeah, I mean a load of old songs were completely reproduced and done,
in a beautiful brand new way.
Totally.
And they were phenomenal. So yeah, great space, the remix space. And after that,
of course, I did try to release an album of solos and non-released songs.
Right.
So I couldn't do that because it was getting really difficult to do that and to promote a single artist, and the contracts and all that was getting messy. So my sister managed to do that. She did Teri Heer with Sony Music.
Yeah, Teri Heer, which she released
in 2008. My sister did Teri Heer with Sony Music, and that's a phenomenal album.
It really is. And in fact, I was just telling her when we got here, I think that's when I first sort of got in touch with your family, so to say, because the album was sent to me by Sony Music when I was on radio back then, and I had played, and I used to do this 1 hour of independent music, Hindi music in the evenings, and I loved playing songs which had a slight sort of classical influence. I think when
she had done a mix of Sufi and
and she has a great voice as well.
Yes.
And I loved the album which had come out, and I think both of you have got such great songs, and even I think you've got your stuff coming out soon now as well.
Then I composed my first song in 2010.
2010.
Actually, when I was on tour with Rahman sir, I met a lot of musicians abroad.
Okay.
So when I was in the US, I met Kevin Doucette, an amazing pianist and arranger. So I collaborated with him on my first song called Keh Do Na, which is of course available on my YouTube channel. And
the song is it also available on iTunes?
Yes, it's available on iTunes.
I'm going to give you a link to the iTunes space as well. Now, all of you digital people, go to iTunes, download the song on your phone, buy it, not download. Actually, on iTunes you can't download it for free, so go there and buy the song. So I think I love saying this.
Thanks for saying that, actually.
It's so important for people to support music. See, if you love music, buying a song, like I've said before also, is lesser than the amount of money you spend on a pani puri nowadays,
Yes.
Pani puri nowadays,
that's so true, actually,
would be about 20 rupees, 15 rupees somewhere. You get a song on iTunes for 12 and 15 rupees.
And if people have actually followed the whole interview that I've just given, they will understand the graph that it took me almost 8 years or more to come up with my next song because of the whole piracy and the whole issue of this whole platform dropping. It took us so long to revive it.
No, absolutely.
So please support it. That is a real request.
And honestly, because of technology nowadays, it's become so easy to buy a song. Like I said, literally for the cost of a plate of pani puri. I mean, out there on the street, what you'd spend is what you need to do to just support your favorite artists, your favorite singers and musicians. Just go on iTunes, go to oklisten.com, artistallowed.com, a whole bunch of these Indian sites which are helping you buy original music, and that's one of the most important messages from anybody on the show to all of you. Incidentally, my album will be out soon. Buy it on iTunes as well.
I shall do that. I shall do that for sure.
I love getting that plug in. But speaking of which, you've got a new song coming out very soon too. We were just talking about that.
Yes. I'm just finishing the video editing of that. Again,
the song is called?
It's called Krishna. And it's very close to my heart because I actually made it a couple of years back when I was even before Keh Do Na.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to release this song really badly, and I was thinking Krishna is a concept, and it should be either released in an animation film based on Lord Krishna, or it should be in a situation. But I was tired of waiting, and I said this song has to reach the audience in some way. And it's a beautiful song. It's an acoustic, just on a guitar.
Oh, lovely.
And it's a very peaceful song, and at the same time it's got its modern influences. I've sung it in a very different kind of style, and something that you will really enjoy listening to, and it's got a great repeat value because it's not a complicated song at all.
No, I'm sure, again, content drives music is what I feel. I think the lyrics, the message behind the song is so important. I mean, in a day where you can just have a beat going and make a song popular, I think even in today's age, great content will always sell because people love that at the end of the day. So can I have a sneak peek of the song? I know you've not released the song,
of course.
Can I hear it?
The whole concept of the song is blue because that's Lord Krishna.
Right.
So you're going to see me wearing blue like right now, and the whole it's just that color that symbolizes the video.
Right.
And it's basically a love expression between Radha, Meera and Krishna. So that's the basic concept. I'll sing it a little preview, especially for the MJ show.
Awesome.
तुम्हें चाहा बन के राधा, तुम्हें मांगा बन के मीरा, तुम्हें चाहा बन के राधा, तुम्हें मांगा बन के मीरा, जैसा चाहा जैसा मांगा मुझे मिल गया, मेरा कृष्णा, मेरा कृष्णा.
Lovely, beautiful stuff. Your first video is up on YouTube, on your channel, like you
Yes.
said. Can I hear you sing a little bit of that as
Sure.
well?
कह दो ना जो दिल में है, कह दो ना, सुन लो ना जो ख्वाबों में है, सुन लो ना, सुन लो, सुन लो ना.
Lovely. Keh Do Na is her first single, which she released a couple of years ago. A link to that is on the screen and in the info section over here. Now, I realize we're almost running out of time, but there is something, we generally have a little bit of a rapid fire thing. I kind of incorporated some of my questions craftily into the show already, but I'm going to ask you a couple of questions before we wrap up over here.
Fire.
So, okay, your international influences. Tell me one person whom you really like, and I'd like to hear a song by them. थोड़ा सा यार, एक लाइन.
ये रैपिड फायर कैसे हुआ?
रैपिड फायर मेरी तरफ से. क्वेश्चंस फटाक से आते हैं, आंसर्स को टाइम लगता है.
Mariah Carey.
And a song?
We were as one, babe, in this moment in time, and it seemed everlasting that you will always be mine. But you wanna be free, so I'll let you fly. 'Cause I know in my heart, babe, our love will never die, no.
Wow. Awesome stuff. Okay, one Bollywood song currently that you are loving which you've not sung. Sing the answer.
अभी का ही गाना पड़ेगा?
Relatively new. चलो यार, पिछले 10 साल में.
अच्छा, okay.
Relatively new.
वो यार है जो खुशबू की तरह, जिसकी जुबां उर्दू की तरह, मेरी शाम रात मेरी कायनात, वो यार मेरा सैया सैया, छैया छैया छैया, चल छैया छैया छैया.
Awesome stuff. Alright, favorite endless loop song? A song which you can listen to over and over and over again the whole day long.
नहीं सामने from ताल. नहीं सामने ये अलग बात है, नहीं सामने.
Favorite live performance that you've had a chance to do, and I know you travel a lot, you tour a lot. Incidentally, if you guys don't know this, she's touring right now with A.R. Rahman. Their gigs start from
18th of October in Jaipur, 27th of October 2013 in Ahmedabad, 30th of October in Jodhpur.
She's been traveling a lot with A.R. Rahman. You were also on the Jai Ho tour
Yes.
and all that.
Yes.
So
I was with him at the Nobel Peace Prize concert.
at the Nobel Peace Prize concert. So one performance somewhere that you've done which is like in your mind which you'll always remember.
I think the Nobel concert, because
yeah?
there was Herbie Hancock,
Wow.
there was Florence and the Machine,
Wow.
there was Jamiroquai,
Ho.
there was
What do you sing
a
there?
round of
What did you
greatest-
sing over there?
We sang Jai
You
Ho.
sang Jai Ho. Okay.
But to just be on that same stage, all of us got together on stage and sang Man in the Mirror.
Oh yeah?
So that was an unforgettable experience to
Oh,
be
oh.
on the same stage with such great artists.
Nice.
And Denzel Washington and Anne Hathaway were hosting the
Woo!
show. So it was
Oh
something
yeah.
else. It
Is
was
there
something else.
I'm sure there's a video
Yes,
of it on
you
YouTube.
should put that.
Video of that is coming up. Check it out. Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yes.
And and Man in the Mirror is one of my favorite songs by Michael Jackson. Incidentally,
Yes.
Shane Filan, who was on the show a few days ago from Westlife, said it was his favorite Michael Jackson song. He
Yes.
sang it. I jammed with him. Check it out in the interview with Shane Filan. Sort of cross mixing of the MJ shows is happening over here. Okay, so that's your live performance that you love. Last movie that you saw?
Gravity.
How's it? Lovely.
Loved it.
I've heard
I'm a
everybody-
complete space freak.
Oh, you're a
So
science
if you-
fiction fan as well?
Yes. So if you ask me if I was not a singer, what I would do, I would be an astronaut.
Aha. Okay, one thing that you're really, really passionate about apart from singing?
Photography.
Photography. And are pictures of what you've taken up anywhere that people can see it?
I'm actually going to put it up on my page. I'm going to come up with a page and do all that. But usually most of the pictures that you see are my own pictures that I've taken.
Yes, a whole bunch of them. I follow her on... Okay, so here are various things that you need to know about her. You can follow her on Instagram, on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle? Quick.
Everything is Shweta Pandit 7.
Shweta Pandit 7.
My YouTube channel is Shweta Pandit 7. My Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook page.
Facebook fan page is also Shweta.
Everything is Shweta.
So Shweta Pandit 7, simple way for you guys to remember. You can connect with me on Twitter as well. @musicman here is my handle. You can write to us on Facebook or in the comments over here. We want to hear from you. I'm sure she'd love to have your feedback too, which you can give her directly and in the comments over here. If you have any questions for her, send them to me and I'll make sure I ask her again when I have her back on the show, when she's going to release her single that she told you guys about. You got a sneak preview here, but when these songs actually ready to come out, we'll meet again, we'll talk about it, and we will showcase the song on the MJ show for everyone.
I like this name, the MJ show, because it reminds me of Michael Jackson, of course.
You know what? I love the fact that most of my guests have said that. I love it too. I'm just lucky that my parents decided to name me.
You're so lucky.
Yeah,
starting. Initial, man.
Yeah, initials. I lucked out on initials, if nothing else. I lucked out on a lot of things. Very, very grateful. We've had 500 plus subscribers since we started off on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel so that you get the episode before anybody else in your mailbox immediately the moment we put it up. We've got a whole bunch of fantastic shows that have already happened and a lot more that are going to come up very soon. But right now it's time for me to say goodbye to you guys. Subscribe to the channel, write to us, Facebook, Twitter, all of the things that I've told you. Thank you very much, Shweta. Thank you very much for being with me on the show. I had so much fun. I hope you had a good time.
Of course.
Shweta Pandit, Mihir Joshi. This is the MJ show. Bye-bye.